You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show.
Hey, we're getting turned up today. Come on, Stephanie, let's see you bounce up on it. You gotta twerk it out. Twerk, 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 twerk. Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another AfterBuzz TV after show for the Bad Girls Club All-Star Battle Season 1, Episode 5. I mean, damn, we just getting bad girls every day now. I mean, it's like episode last night, episode tonight, can't get enough of it. It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy, joined in studio by my lovely co-host, Stephanie Bauer.
Hey guys, hi. Look at how hot she is.
She is gorge.
Yeah, she is hot.
Also in here, if we were to ask mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the baddest of them all, it is the one, the only Miss Natalie Nunn.
Hey.
So we had to change the theme music. We normally we do the Bad Girls Club theme,
do?
but you know, you're such. You have put a stamp on the twerk.
I would
especially
twerk in here right now,
All-Stars.
but I want to keep it appropriate.
There we go.
Keep it appropriate.
Well, so thank you so much for coming in. You have a lot on your plate going on.
Yeah, but
this
I
time.
would never I was the first bad girl to ever come to AfterBuzz.
You
so
were?
I'll never forget
that
about
was
you
a couple
guys.
seasons ago.
Yeah, season 4. And then I came back and did a little thing about, I want to say it was the
Judy's
season with
what was that? New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I'm never gonna forget about. I'm gonna remember where I came from.
That's right,
I'm not gonna,
girl.
not show you guys love. It's all
All
love.
right. So let's get into. Well, before we get into the episode, we had Amber Emmon yesterday, who was quite interesting. I guess she was amazing. Before we talk about this episode, let's talk about this season for you. You're Natalie. You've had so much going on with Oxygen. Obviously, between Tanisha, then you're one of the girls who stamped Bad Girls Club, kind of gave Bad Girls a name. Going into the All-Star season, obviously, you were one of the people everyone kind of thought, well, wait, we need Natalie Nunn. We can't have All-Stars without Natalie on.
Oh yeah, not even a question.
What was your mentality? Was it, hell yes, I want to do this? Would you have done it if it was just a Bad Girl season where they take the All-Stars and you guys have to live in a house, maybe somewhere in Europe or something? Or was it the competition that really interested you?
It was the competition.
Really?
Yeah, I just wanted to compete. It's pointless for me at this point to continue to prove I'm badder than these girls. So if it was we're moving in the house, forget it. For what? So we could throw mattresses in the, I don't know, it's just no, I'm not doing all of that. But when they said, Natalie, would you be interested in actually competing and doing a challenge show? I was like, I was the one who fucking pitched that in the first place. I tweeted about that years ago. And so, that was the only reason. Solely the only reason.
Do you ever watch MTV challenges? Is that something that kind of gave you a little push for it?
I used to. Since Bad Girls Club and everything that's going on in my life, I don't really sit back and watch a lot of TV all the time. But I definitely was dude. I thought they were going to take us somewhere crazy and have us doing some other stuff, but this was the first season, so I was just kind of up for it. Let's just play this game and really throw some shit at us. I wanted them to make us do some crazy shit.
Really?
Yeah. We do though. I'm not gonna. This stuff we were doing is hard. Last night's episode, hanging there. I'm not gonna lie. The next day I was like, can I go see a masseuse? Sometimes I want to pull the diva card out, but then sometimes I'm like, dude, let's just go now. I'm just going to always keep it 100 and be that It's not that serious. Stretch
Keeping
and
it
let's
100.
go.
Keeping it
But I
100.
was feeling it. Like that, my body was feeling a little sore.
Well, and it wasn't also the best circumstances for you guys. I remember when you guys were all out here filming for it. It was kind of shitty weather out here in LA.
Yeah, the weather was like one day it was hot, it was raining. People really were getting sick. I had an ear infection. I did just see on the ending of this episode when I was laughing in the bed. If you look, I have like a cotton ball in my ear. I had an ear infection. It because we kept going in the water. When we dropped and I fell in the water, I got an ear infection, but I was like, dude, I'm not gonna sit up here and
Turn down for what?
For what? Like I'm not like I'm about to just run. And every little step I took, I felt it in my ear. Like if anyone's ever felt an ear infection, it hurts. And I was just like, I don't care. Like I'm about to play.
Okay, Erica.
I was like, yeah, why is Erica complaining about her knee, bitch? Like you're fine, let's go. But some people aren't as like competitive like I am.
So you went on the show for competition because even one of the girls said it tonight, Flo or whoever said, or Julie, Natalie's the only person that doesn't need the money. So money wasn't really an issue for you. It was to prove that you could beat all of them.
That's not true. Like I mean, like money's money. $100,000.
Anyone can use $100,000.
I know.
Find a good reason.
I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I'm so broke and I need to move out of my parents' house, or oh, I'm so this and like, no, I work hard for what I have. Like,
or I have a secret family that I'm raising. All of them came out of the woodwork, right? I gotta get my brother out of jail. I got a secret family. What?
I mean,
No,
the only
you
person
don't.
I respected was Flo. Like, I really do want to put money towards my daughter. Like, I mean, I really kind of like was like, maybe that's a big possibility and it could be true, you know?
Not after this episode. I don't even know where that money would go.
I don't know what's going on.
Meanwhile, she's swearing on her kid's life. Obviously, you're not worried about her future that much.
I mean, no, really, honestly, like, there was some crazy stuff. Like, people were saying a lot of things, and it just showed, like, really what people would do for $100,000. Like, I mean, Cookie, you just had Amber in here. Like, she voted against me. Like, I was going to stick to the game plan. Like, Flo and Amber, I'm not going to vote against you. Even when Flo was up there, I didn't vote against her. And
Amber said, she's like, you would do the same to me.
No,
so
I
you really wouldn't have.
But when she was up there, I still voted Paula. Like 2 episodes ago, like all my fans were like, why the hell didn't you send your vote to Amber? Because, like, first of all, like Julie said, Natalie doesn't need the $100,000 and all that. I'm not about to just start showing like all of this like rant. Like, I'm not gonna play out of myself.
Go against your character.
Yeah, like I said, I was gonna do one thing. This $100,000 is a lot of money, but I'm not gonna die tomorrow if I don't have it.
Well, you know what's funny about that too is one thing that I was kind of intrigued by your reaction when you were going around the house telling people not to vote for you. And you went up to Paula. I don't know if it was editing, but I felt like you actually really kind of gave Paula the respect that Paula kept it real with you and was like,
I did.
look, girl, like, she came to me first.
She was like, she came to me first, and I was like, fine, that's fine. I was like,
and you never held that against her?
no. And then so when she was actually up against Amber, I just stuck with what Amber, like, if Paula had been up against Gabby or whatever, it would have been different. But she was up against Amber, so it wasn't personal when she put that vote against me with Megan.
Right.
I just voted for, I kept my word with Amber and I kept my word with Flo. Each time those 2 girls were up there, my vote was against the other girl.
Well, okay, so that brings me to my next question. Okay, so you're going into Bad Girls All-Star. What is on your mind? Like, oh God,
I already
these
know
girls
these
are
girls
going to
don't
hate
like
me.
Yeah.
Did you know who was going to be in there that you would be alliances
not
with?
really. Like, obviously the girls tweet and like, oh, I'm going away for her, and they all just kind of, try to make it seem like they're doing shit. And so,
We know better.
Everybody was like, okay, so she'll be in there, There's 14 of us. But honestly, like, I didn't know how the game was going to be played. I know they all think that Oxygen tells me stuff, or Bunning Murray tells me stuff. No, they really were like, you're going to have to learn how the game's going to be played when you get there, too. The one thing I was just hoping for was that there wasn't going to be teams. But I know, like, obviously I've seen these other type of shows. But I was just hoping, like, it was going to be, like, every man for themselves. Because then I wouldn't have had to play teams and play, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I just was. That's why on this episode when they were like, "No more teams," bitch. I don't like. Let's go.
Your mood has definitely changed.
It's every man for
episode.
themselves.
We can see that.
That's what I hoped for the beginning, but obviously that's not what they did.
So you get in the limo. You're with Flo and Amber. I mean, obviously you and Flo have had situations in the past. Where were you with Flo as far as, like, were you kind of like, it's been so long? Like,
no, it hasn't been so long. I just saw her at Tanisha's fake wedding when that was filmed and it was fake. Like, no, I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't real. I didn't know it wasn't a real wedding. I don't think any of us knew it wasn't a real wedding. But I gave Tanisha the respect and Flo the respect that at the actual wedding, me and Flo will be cordial and we're squashing it. That's the last time I saw Flo.
And did you guys have a conversation there? Where you guys
we had a
kept it-
conversation. If people watched Tanisha's wedding, like it was like we had a little scruffle at the dinner, but at the actual wedding, I was like, it's done, it's over. Like we're grown.
Going into it, I mean, this is just something I've always wanted to ask you. I mean, when you think Bad Girls, you know, it's funny because I think what got me into Bad Girls, honestly, was Tanisha. That whole, like, y'all ain't gonna get no sleep in here. That whole, like, YouTube clip went off. But then what really made me stick to Bad Girls was you in your season. And personally, I feel like your season kind of overshadowed the earlier seasons.
Yeah.
And it kind of put the stamp on this is what Bad Girls is about.
Well, our season was the like iconic season, and like still to this day, this Bad Girls Club premiere was the highest rated premiere in Oxygen history.
The Atlanta.
Premiere. No, this Bad Girl All-Star Battle premiered at 1.9 million viewers. With the 1.9 million viewers, that was the highest premiere ever for Oxygen. But the highest rated episodes for Bad Girls Club ever was season 4's. Like we had 3 episodes where we were at like 2.9 million viewers. Wow. So like we're Natalie, Flo, Annie, Amber from my season, like we were kind of like even Annie. Like, Annie could probably still get bookings right now if that's what she wanted to do. I mean, people always tweet me and it's like, when's the last time you saw Annie? Do the Badanga lips. Like, where's Annie? Where's Annie? Like, you know, like, they still ask about Annie. And she was, like, the nerd on our season. Like,
do you okay, so you had that situation with Flo, but going into this, who were you closer to? Who did you honestly,
Amber.
who did you trusted Amber more?
I mean, Amber, like, I hang out with Amber.
Okay.
Like, but I know Amber's quirky ways. Like, I hang out with her. She, like, we'll be driving down the street in Hollywood, and she'll roll the window down in a car. She'll be in the car in front of me and tell a tour bus on Hollywood, Natalie Nunn's behind us! And then skirt off, and literally everyone's, Natalie! Like, I'm like, this bitch. Like, she will do stuff like that. And I get Amber's jokes, and I get, like, how she's a bad girl. Her way of being a bad girl is like, I'm gonna vote against Natalie. Like, she thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
It's different. Like, she's not gonna be Natalie where I walk in the room like, bitch, what did you say? Like, she's not gonna do that.
Right.
And I respect that. Like, I got why she did it. She got a lot of camera time when she did that. Like, it was like Amber made her presence on this season. Amber overshadowed a lot of these other girls by doing that. That's how Amber's a bad girl.
All right, so let's talk
Even though, fuck Amber for that little vote. I'm just kidding.
Let's talk about some of the other girls in the house. You with them in some past episodes.
I've never met any of those other girls.
Never. Had you? Okay.
I've only.
And we had Stassi call in, and she said that from the beginning you had this issue with Stassi, and you started calling her fat, and she's never said one bad thing about
The first thing that ever encounter that I've ever had with Stassi was when she rapped about me in a song. When she rapped about me in a song,
which was in the Ham song.
I don't know what song. Like, people were tweeting saying, Stassi, put your name in a song. Stassi, put your name in a song. I don't know if she was just trying to rhyme or what she was doing. But then, of course, like, I'm gonna say something after. Not right away. It took months. Then I was like, listen, fat bitch. And then it was like, Natalie said you're fat. But bitch, you just rapped about me and said you would beat my ass if you had a chance to, or whatever she said in the song. So, like, that's what happened.
Yeah, I think if a bad girl does a song, they have to put you in it, or it's not going to be anything.
And I get it. That's
well,
why.
she was more upset. Apparently, you said something about her family.
No, that was Judy. Judy said something about her family.
She said you did.
I would never say anything about anybody's family, first of all. And like all the Team Natalie rock stars and everybody listening knows that. I called her fat. I think that speaks for itself. But that was after she said some shit about me in a song. Okay. Like, I don't even watch the shows like that. I only saw that episode when I came here with you guys and did something with the New Orleans season. And honestly, the only person I thought was a star on that season was like quirky and funny was Judy at the time. You know what I mean? Like, I thought Judy was I was like, dude, this girl's, I don't know if she's weird. I don't know if she's just funny, if she's just
you guys
out
were
there.
getting ready to go do Love Games at that time. And, you know, you kind of were like, well, you know what? Because she had said something about you in the show. And you kind of like, you know what? I mean, I wouldn't mind. Not that I want to get involved, but I wouldn't mind, like, I can kind of see where she needs to be mentored. I remember you saying.
Yeah, like Judy.
Then it kind of went left because as you left here, then a viral video went out and Judy said she's going to be the next Natalie Nunn. And then,
that's not the only thing she said.
Well, no.
She went to Twitter and after the video was up and said, Natalie's washed up. I don't know if it was just because Judy was drunk. Judy likes to drink. And when Judy drinks, she goes on Twitter and goes on these rants and starts saying all this crazy stuff. And the next morning she wakes up and like, oh, let me rub the shit out of my eyes, and I'm so sorry what I said. No, it's not gonna fly with me.
Right.
The video went viral. Then she said, Natalie's old and washed up. I'm 24, and it's my turn to shine. And what I meant by the next Natalie Nunn was that I'm gonna do what she did, but better. And like, bitch, I'm still here, and ain't nobody going nowhere. Like, what are you talking about?
dead.
Like, what are you doing? Like, and I'm just really tired of these girls trying to say, like, oh, Natalie's old. Like, I'm like 3 years older than some of these girls.
I know, isn't everybody pretty much the same age?
And they're all living in their mom's houses still. And they're all like, what are you trying to say? Because when I was 25 or 24, whatever they try to say they're doing, I had a head on my shoulders still, and I knew which direction I was going in. These bitches are fucking lost. So, like, I don't understand. Like, they're so quick to say Natalie's old, but I was 24, same age as you, doing the same thing, and I, like, what do you mean?
Okay, so with Judy, now, had you ever met her in person after Love Games?
No, I just walked on. No, I didn't do Love Games with her. I just went on. I was on Love Games 2. She was on Love Games 3.
You went on for one
I went on for an episode, stood on a fucking X, and delivered my lines, and walked off of the set.
So you've had
I've never talked to that girl in my life. I've never spoken to her except her almost in tears crying when I walked on her Love Games set, which I was flattered. I don't think it's like, I'm not sitting here saying I'm better than them. Like, when she was like, oh my God, I love you, I was like, I'm flattered. Like, I don't have an issue with you.
Right.
It was the video after and her drunken ass tweets, and that's not gonna fly.
Who were we talking to that said they know, like, firsthand, Julie is obsessed,
Judy.
lives, breathes. Yeah, Judy, like, lives, breathes, is like.
Well, I mean, everyone is kind
But
of.
they're like, her life is consumed by you.
Well, she makes fake. She told me on the show. I don't know if they're airing it. I don't know. Like, we still have 3, 4, 5 more episodes to go on this, like, battle show. But she tells me, like, I think it's next week's episode.
Well, I saw a clip.
No, there's something else. Like, she's like, I make fake pages because you blocked me. I really love you. Like, she does say that. Like, she stalks, like, other people. I'm not just gonna say she only stalks me. She stalks, like, Matthew from her love. She told me that. Like, and I'm not, like, I don't think any, like, less of Judy. I actually said, like, she to me was fucking entertaining on her season.
Yeah.
I just wish she had a switch where all of these girls are, like, mad at me. Like, Natalie's one way when we step on set, and then she's another way after. But that's why I'm able to be where I'm at. You have to be able to turn it off sometimes. Like, you're gonna step in a meeting drunk too,
Right.
Yeah.
a network meeting, and be drunk, Judy. Then you're gonna tweet like, turn it on and off. And I think Judy could be, like, entertaining like me.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say she could be the next Natalie, but she's fucking entertaining. She's pretty funny. She's quirky. I don't know if she always needs a glass to be that way. I don't need to be drunk to be always like that.
Right.
But, like, she's entertaining. I just wish she knew how to turn it on and off.
So how did you react living in a house with her? What was that
Did you
like?
She was
lock
a little
your
drunk.
doors?
Yeah, she was a little. It was a little too much for me. Like I get drunk when, like, okay, let's go out and have fun, and it's like that one episode where I was really drunk last night. Like, that's about it. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not going to be drunk every night. I'm not going to be throwing up before challenges. She's not throwing up because she's nervous. She's throwing up because she's hungover every single night she's drunk. Okay. Every night when we were there. I was like, Judy, one time I had to tell the producers, just take the shit away. All of the liquor, take it out of the house. Like, this is ridiculous. It's crazy. She loves to drink, and that's fine. I don't judge people. But, like, it just got overwhelming. Like, they're not showing a lot of stuff that she was doing all the time drunk. Like, chill.
Now, as far as you guys after now, was there any type? I mean, maybe it's going to happen. You said that you don't know. Is there going to be any type of situation where you put her in a place, or I mean, where do you and Judy stand?
No, there's an episode where, like, there's an episode where I'm just like, dude, like, you need to chill, because, like, starting now, like, Julie's gone after tonight, and, like, she really, like, starts showing, like, I'm not gonna say an obsession, but, like, she really starts, like, why won't you be my friend? That's what she says all the time to me. The whole like, are you my friend? Are you really my friend?
Well, is that real? Like, when she came
really
up to you, when she came up to you and said, well, when you went up to her and said, I'll be your Twitter follower. Like,
no, it really was real.
Like, this is real. Like, she really, like, freaks out when you retweet her, DM her, like that type.
No, like, it really is real. Like, I've done it before. Like, at one point I wanted to fuck with her because she followed me and I didn't follow her. Sent her a DM and said something. She, like, 2 seconds later was tweeting some crazy shit. screenshot, like doing crazy. But I think I was like talking shit or something. I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up or something. Like, you follow me, I don't even follow you. And like, I like will do things. Like, I grew up with brothers. Like, I have one biological brother, full blood. And then I grew up with all my brother's friends, and like that I consider brothers. And like, we used to all it was like an antagonizing thing.
Right.
Like, oh, you ain't shit. That's why you only scored 2 goals in your game. Like, we're really like, I grew up like that girly girl shit, that crying. Not one episode are you gonna see me fucking cry. These girls are crying at elimination. Bitch, go home. Like, it's not a big deal. Pack your bags. Only one person's winning. We all are at some point one is gonna win, or we're all gonna get eliminated and go home. They're crying.
Well, Judy's crying is a little different from everyone.
But they're all crying.
Yeah.
They've all cried. Like, what did you guys think this was?
Well, actually, I want to say with Flo crying, we asked the same thing to Amber. Flo cried yesterday. She was crying by the jacuzzi. Is this an act? Like, does Flo?
No, Flo does have like a soft side at times.
Okay.
Like, Flo really does. Like, I'm just like when I bombed her on my season 4 with water balloons. That really hurt Flo. Like, it really she was like, you're supposed to be my friend. Not that I wasn't Flo's friend. Like, my brother used to bomb me with water. Like, it's just shit that I would do. Like, I'll laugh while I'm doing it, and like where Flo, her situation where she grew up, that shit is like you're a fake friend. To me, I'm like, bitch, shut up. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You got hit a few times with a water balloon, but like, no. Like,
She's like emotional.
She doesn't like that shit. And like, so like we had to like, I had to learn that about Flo, and she had to kind of learn like about me. Like, Natalie is gonna do shit. She's gonna do shit to antagonize people or to, just get under your skin and fuck with you. And like, Flo gets it. Like,
and you obviously weren't close with Rocky because Rocky's a new girl.
Yeah.
Was there any moment, including that Rocky situation, where you did feel a little emotional?
Yeah.
Like, because I guess that was a really hard time for.
Well, I don't know Rocky like that, but our family's friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, Rocky's like stepmom or mom or something is like close with my mom.
Okay.
And so I knew Rocky was filming Atlanta because her mom was like telling my mom like at the time. So I kind of felt like I was cool with Rocky, like we had a connection, and I don't have nothing like against her. I felt bad when that happened because she would have been fun competition.
How did you feel when Flo created that? Now, we've heard 2 stories. Stassi agreed with Flo and said, you know what, Rocky was acting crazy that day. Amber said it doesn't matter how crazy she was.
She had an out.
She has an out. Her parent died, get over
I just
it.
think that I would, like, if, like, somebody died in my family, like, it just depends on, like, where you're at in life. Like, if you really need that $100,000, you're going to go hard for, and for that, like, put that, like, I don't know, like, if it just depends, like.
But did you see any with Flo, the way Flo reacted to Rocky at the end?
Did you think Flo should have let her do
they were having issues before, like,
really?
The first day when they moved in, like, there was, like, little shit, like, because I guess Flo and Shannon were kind of being, like, kind of cool, because they're both, like, middle east, or middle, of somewhere from, like, Europe,
Armenian,
I don't know, yeah, they were, like, talking, kind of, like, hitting it off and being cordial and cool, and, like, Rocky kept, like, why are you talking to her? Come over here with me. And so Flo just kept saying, bitch, why can't she talk to me? Why are you acting like this? You're controlling Shannon. And so I saw a little bit of that in the beginning, but Shannon and Rocky were only there for like 2 days.
Right.
But I do think, like, when someone's family members dies, you could have kind of been a little easy on her, Flo.
But like when Flo was sitting outside the hot tub crying, but she was like rocking back and forth, talking to herself. Like, is that an
She used
act?
to do that on our season. You guys don't remember?
I do remember.
We used to do that.
No, but you say, you know how to turn it on and off. So there's an on in entertainment. And Amber last night, she was like, I love Natalie. She's great at it. She's great. She's just clapping it. You know what there comes a point where you know what good TV is. And it's not saying that it's not a part of your personality, but you know what to show the cameras and what not to show the cameras. But in
real life, like, if I'm like, okay, like, if you go to my, and I'm not trying to plug my Vine because I really don't have any Vine videos up like that, but, like, I was on the road with Amber, and she's laying in the hotel room bed, right? And she's so mad because I threw her McDonald's out the window. And because we had got into it in the drive-thru, like, literally the driver was like, are you guys, like, is this an act? And I was like, no, this bitch is, I literally picked her McDonald's up and threw it out the window. This was right after we just filmed this season's reunion.
Okay.
Me and her had a party in El Paso, Texas. Yep. So we go back to the hotel. She's in her bed and I'm in mine, and I'm recording her on Vine, and she's under the covers fucking pissed. And I'm like, Amber, What's the matter? Like, but she's like, dude, you fucking threw my McDonald's out the
She's
window.
still pissed.
And I'm still antagonizing her. Like, I thought the covers were going to fly up and she was going to come after me.
Oh my
but
God.
she didn't do anything. And so, like, because she knows how I am. Like, but these other girls, like, dude, like, something like that for them, they'll snap at me.
Well, okay, so another question to another girl. A couple weeks back, you got so pissed that people even voted for you, you started flipping out in the house. And you specifically went after Julie, and I'm sure it was editing-wise, because it didn't make sense why you went after Julie specifically and said, I'm going to make you my slave, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, Amber kept saying, like, Julie's the manipulative one. She was the second vote. Like, Judy told me that when they were out, when she was drunk outside. Like, Amber was trying to make me think that Julie is this manipulative girl and that the vote came from her and that blah, blah, blah.
Which Julie could have been a lot more manipulative on
feel
this
like, yeah,
show.
Julie
She did
would've-
not bring
People
it
kept
at
telling me
all.
that on her season she was manipulative.
Dude,
but
on
I
her
didn't-
season,
I
she-
never really watched it.
Yeah, she treated her season like a battle. Like,
Yeah,
she
she was-
ran it.
she
And now
ran
it
it.
was like, what?
I think a lot of the girls, when we came in the house, like, okay, when I met Judy, the first, because we walked in last, me, Amber, and Flo, Judy was shaking. Like, literally shaking.
Like
The
giving us
Danny-
like how she was with Ray J.
Yeah.
Yes, Danny and Gabby were a little shaky.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Julie was a little like she seemed like she was a little like tense. Like, what is this bitch gonna do?
What about like Jen, Erica?
Jen, Erica, they were all cordial. Rocky and Shannon were cordial. It was Megan and Stassi, the first that went home, that were like, bitch, you're the first one that we're gonna get out of here.
Now,
Yeah.
what's your beef with Megan?
I don't know Megan. That was the first time I met her. Or even seen her in person, or even had an encounter really with her.
So she just had this.
There was a picture that came on Twitter when someone added me, and I swear to God, I would never lie. Like, I don't give a fuck. I will tell the truth. I thought it was Shar. So it was a picture
Well,
of this
then.
girl that came, and they added it to me, and they were like, they called it, they said something in the tweet that it was like, that this was Shar, wannabe Shar or something. I didn't know. And I retweeted it and put it on my Instagram. It was like, does Shar have a wig on? Or I said something like that. And it was Megan. So Megan, to that day, never liked me and thought I was making fun of her $500 weave.
Yeah, she's sensitive about her hair.
I would love Battle of the All-Stars if they put one against the other, because Shar versus Megan. Shar must look at this girl like, bitch, you hate me that much? You think I look, how do you think I look that? You take so much offense.
Yeah, like, and that, people say I look like Jay Leno, and I don't even take that much offense to it. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, who? She really like hated me, and like literally every chance that any chance that girl can get, she tweets about me.
Really?
And I never met her before until that day we walked in the house.
Oh, God. Well, all right, so let's talk about this episode. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to everybody at home who's watching us. Make sure you guys hit us up on iTunes and subscribe to Bad Girls AfterBuzz TV After Show. Rate us, leave us a comment, show us some love. And then also, I mean, we give you guys this content for free. Kevin Undergaro and Maria Menounos, the creators of AfterBuzz TV, have also created an amazing movie. It's called The Adventures of Serial Buddies. You guys can download it now on iTunes, so please make sure you guys help support us here at AfterBuzz, and it's an amazing movie.
Support
within that.
AfterBuzz.
The Adventures of Serial Buddies. And not only that, but tell me, Natalie, you have a book out.
I do.
Tell us about the book.
Yeah.
The book is called Turn Down for What?
Turn down for what?
Why the title?
Because you know what? Okay, we were saying it on the show a little bit. Okay, the book has been ready to go for a little bit. I've been working on it for a while. Like, literally, I've tweeted about it and put it out there, and fans are like, this girl isn't writing a book. But then I was like, I don't know a title. It's not gonna be called the Natalie Nunn book or something corny like that. I was like, I'm gonna turn up in this book. Like, you know, the pages are like literally like every page you turn, it's turned up. And I was just like, turn down for what? Like, I just thought it was a catchy thing. And so I put it as an ebook, which is a way for my fans to, it's the cheapest way for them. I've never sold anything to my fans. And I do promote education a lot. Like, I have 2 degrees, and I'm just all about, like, go to school, get a degree. You can always fall back on that and do other things, and before you use your degree, but just get a degree. So I was like, the first thing I'm going to sell is a book.
So
Straight
what
up.
does your book talk about? Is this a book?
So
that-
it's an ebook right now. Like, people can download it. It's $5. I did it this way because it was the cheapest way for everybody to get it.
That's what a lot of celebrities have been doing now.
Yeah.
Like so many of them. I think Demi Lovato just had an ebook like everybody is.
It's an ebook because it's cheap for the fans to buy. But then I decided today, before I came here, we're gonna put it out as a paperback book. It's gonna be $12, but they can get it either way. But the difference between the ebook and the paper book is I'm gonna actually have pages at the end of the paperback. That's all for the fans. So all my Ride or Die fans, like, I'm gonna have their names in the book.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna actually talk about them and when I met them and the tweets we've had between each other. Like, I'm gonna take from now on the next 2 weeks to actually dedicate the last pages in this book before it goes up on Amazon for them to buy as a paperback for them.
That's
awesome.
cool.
It's all for the fans. That's it.
What's in it? Do you talk about the show?
I talk a little bit about
life?
the show, a little bit about my personal life, as a baby bad girl, the stuff I used to do, but it's all funny. I'm a humorous person. I don't think a lot of people get my sense of humor at times. There's no pity in the book.
So we'll get to read the book and kind of get to know
where this
who
bad girl
Natalie really represents.
Exactly.
I'm all Judy. I'm like, I want to know what you
And
do
then
in
there's
your personal time.
Yeah, it's a little bit about that. And then there's dating for all the wrong reasons, because I literally went through a phase.
So you're very honest in the book and talk about
I talk about I dated people and I dated them for the wrong reasons and the shit I did with them and the celebrities, but there's no names in there. I mean, people can put pieces to the puzzle, but I don't need to name drop at this point. It's not a tell-all book, but there is a chapter about some people in there and some people will get it. And then there's a philosophy of life. There's just literally things that I say, do this and this is the outcome.
So what message do you want, let's just say,
I want people
girls or people, just
it's
your
girls
fans.
and guys. I want everybody to realize that, be you. The book is Natalie. Be you. I'm not gonna sell them a pity story because there was really no pity in my life. I wasn't abused. Some people are, but my book is my book. It's not anything. There's no pity. I'm not trying to sell a sad story. It's literally about me being educated, playing sports, being competitive. What my mom always said, things that my mom told me growing up, that's who I am and why I'm this way. About my brother and how I'm just kind of a tomboy really at heart. A lot of people see me dress up in heels and they're like, Natalie's hair, look at her edges look like she didn't lay them down. You're right, because I don't I really was a tomboy. I literally never laid my edges down. I really never used to wand my hair. I never used to flat iron my hair. I didn't give a fuck. I used to just run out of the house looking like a boy. So a lot of the stuff in the book is just sports and then when this Hollywood life kind of wham. And then the celebrities and all of these guys that I used to literally listen to on the radio or go to their concerts were DMing me and calling me and flying me out places and just the crazy stuff.
You're
and I was
wait
just
a minute.
oh sure, yeah, I'd love
Look
to
at what
sleep
I'm
with
doing.
him. Not really, just the stupid shit I did too.
So Turn Down for What?
Turn
It's
Down for
available
What?
now, guys. Make sure you guys check that out. Also, make sure you check out The Adventures of Serial Buddies, and please subscribe to us on iTunes. All right,
Yes.
let's talk about this episode.
Okay.
So it was a to be continued.
Yeah.
It was Paula versus Flo.
Yeah.
Flo was shaking in her pants.
Yeah.
Natalie was shaking in her seat. We watched the show with Natalie. She was jumping and stomping and hitting and
It's
kicking.
hard because wait till you see what happens next.
Everything was wait till you see, wait till you see. Watch
It's just annoying. The one part that pissed me off the most is I really can't believe Flo was praying with the girls, and then telling them I'm not gonna send.
Oh wait. We will get there in a second. So it's Paula versus Flo. Jen's crying, and Paula goes home, which I'm really shocked that Flo didn't get.
Well, Paula told.
Tell us what we.
Yeah, this
know
is a
about
little
Paula.
insider that they didn't air. Paula actually told Erica, Gabby, and then my float was just I'm gonna stick by what I've always said. I'm not gonna vote against Flo or Amber, which I did both of those times. Even though these bitches were doing shady shit behind my back, I still was just I'm gonna just do the game how I've said I was gonna do it. I don't give a fuck about all this other shit. But Flo I mean, Paula told the other girls to vote her off because, like, when she was walking off, she was like, "I'm gonna leave on my own terms. No one's gonna control me." And she was talking to Julie and the other girls because they kept throwing her up as a decoy.
Right.
She was like, "Bitch, I'm not gonna keep playing this decoy shit."
So, do you think if she hadn't have told the other girls, she would have went home? Or do you think
I think
Flo
I think I would have been the only vote to save Flo.
Really?
Yeah. Because
Very good.
Erica,
They were all pissed.
Yeah, Erica, Jen, they were all like, yeah. And then Jen had won our challenge. Yeah, or Jen was the tiebreaker.
So automatically she would have saved Paula.
Yeah, she told everybody to vote for her to go home.
That's crazy.
She was like, "I'm not
Paula.
going to keep being the decoy."
But, I mean, in a way, that's a kind of a good stance for her to have taken with that.
Yeah.
So Jen goes in, questions everyone who made the stripper comment, and her and Flo kind of go after it. It's kind of like, I get it, Jen, but it's just like, really? Like, you're in the bad girl's house? Like,
She was just mad because Paula just went home. Like, literally, Paula had just walked out of the door, and like she left from the front door, back into the kitchen,
And just started
started
going
going the fuck off.
But Flo said it as a compliment.
right.
Oh,
was a
no, I
compliment.
don't, Flo, come on now. Like, you know damn well you were saying.
Well, you know what? I can't because
Listen.
our other host, Siobhan, she does some pole work too.
Okay, no, that's not what she was saying though. Flo was a poor. Okay, this is one thing I learned about Flo. She's a poor sport. Anytime she
Yeah.
I
lost,
believe that.
she would fucking go off. They've only showed her going off twice, but when she wasn't winning the challenges, she would throw shit down. Like, I thought they were going to show that more, that she was a poor sport. But when she lost that tug of war against Jen, they only showed a little bit of them arguing. No, that went on for like an hour. I was fucking pissed because it was sunny that day. And I was like, listen, I'm light-skinned. And if this fight keeps going on, I'm going to leave here dark-skinned. Not that I got a problem being dark, but we got to get this on the road. Like, it was literally going on forever. Flo was so mad she lost.
Okay, Flo said that,
So
Jen
when she
hit her in the
walked
face.
away-
Did it look
the
like...
goggles,
I mean,
yeah.
She hit Jen in the face.
But was it an
Jen
accident?
hit
No, it wasn't
Flo
an
in the face.
accident. No, those girls were literally doing they both wanted to win that.
Really?
They were really, that was the most intense, I feel like, between those two, like, challenge. They were going hard.
So one thing I love about the show is the catty little comments, and so my one of my favorite ones tonight was Jen said to Flo, "You're a bad mom," and Flo turns around and said, "Well, you're a bad stripper."
I thought that shit was hilarious. That was funny.
I can't believe Flo didn't freak out. Like, that is the insult that gets
Well,
moms, you know?
I did too, but never mind. I'm not even gonna say anything. I thought Flo was gonna do something, but I think Flo just at this point was like, I'm not gonna do anything where I can get eliminated.
Yeah, because now it's crunch time.
It's crunch time, so she was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna walk into the room, call her a bad stripper, and go the hell in the other room."
Now Erica's knee hurts. This is another
Womp,
excuse
womp, womp.
for Erica.
I love Erica though. She was
then
actually cool.
We found out that you had an ear infection. You said that in the past you had a torn, what was it, ACL?
No, I had a torn ACL, but I played on it like a torn, and like I tore my meniscus. I've played.
I mean, so
Like-
is Erica, with Erica doing that, is that something that you guys look at as like, oh, you're weak, bitch, you need to go home, or oh, let's keep her here because
That's what I wanted.
Right.
I was like, let's keep this bitch here. I'm gonna try to keep her here because like that's really like a man down, but a man still here.
But so part of me looks at it like I feel like production was kind of like, look,
No,
you
they
either
said-
have to do something.
because she wasn't participating.
Right.
Yeah, she's
Even
just
if she
sitting out.
has half-assed it, I was like, dude, I'll let you like.
And that would have been the easiest challenge because all the other girls were just standing there too.
But I love how she was like, I just have to go home. Like the EMTs told her to. Like the EMTs are like, here, take some ice.
Well, in
I'm
the
outta
beginning,
here.
we had rules, and the rules were like, if you don't participate after like it was like a rule book. Like they literally had this together because. Like we were all competing for the money. There's money on the line, so we're all gonna be like, that wasn't fair, and this wasn't fair, and she's sitting out, and how come like whatever. So there was a rule. You could sit out one challenge if your team and everybody's okay with that, but after like you sit out 2 in a row, like you have to like.
Discussion.
But I just think she was sitting out because she didn't want to do it. Like she had an excuse every
knee
time.
Well, no, her knee from the very first challenge where they
yeah.
showed
She got
Rocky,
knocked.
she
She got
was complaining about her knee from the beginning, and she did keep kind of going
Yeah, she did. All right.
some parts.
All right, so before we get into the challenge, which you had an issue with, let's talk about. So Flo goes to Danny, Julie, Judy, and Gabby, the
my
alliance,
God.
and she swears
On her daughter.
daughter's life. Now, I'm a person who does take that type of thing.
I do too.
I don't like to swear in. I don't like to swear in anyone's life. That's some Judy voodoo stuff. Like I don't do that.
I agree.
And I think personally, I just think that it's just that you can swear on something else.
She could have.
Say a gentleman's bet or whatever.
But
so
this
she
is the
swears
thing.
on her life, and then she says, "I will not vote for you," and then they start praying.
Praying, like, let's hold hands.
Don't you guys ever remember, like, the episode before, I'm like, why do you guys keep praying? There's no gods in the bad girl's house. We're all bad girls. We do really shady shit. Like,
the emblem
not
is a
god in this
devil.
house. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying none of us are religious,
Right.
but, like, I mean, like, in the bad girl's house, we're going to pray. That's
We'll
what
pray
we're not going
about
to pray.
an elimination.
We can pray in our real everyday lives because I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not a Christian. I grew up in a Christian household, but like, what in the bad girl's house? Let us pray. No, let's
As
not.
you go drink and go to the club and act crazy.
As they're already drunk praying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what? No.
All right, so the challenge comes, and it's called Drop the F-Bombs, and you have to drop them in the other girls' buckets. Now...
We were as annoyed as Natalie was.
Right, so as we saw, Jen got 11, Judy 5, which Judy versus Jen was hilarious. Gabby got 4, Danny got 4, Julie got 5, Natalie got 19, Flo got 44. Because
you
now
can't
wait,
even
we're
say that as an
Bullshit.
doesn't matter.
We're gonna
It
open
does
that
not
up.
matter.
Bullshit.
Let's just set it up. So the reason Flo got 44 was because the way the rules were explained were that you had to put a ball in everyone's bucket, and then afterwards you could choose whose bucket.
No.
But to you guys, they told you guys a separate set of rules.
On the set, they gave us the rules. Then Ray J did his lines and gave us the rules for camera. They said, girls, after every time we give you the rules, you can ask us a question if you have a question about the rules. Every single time I asked a question because I know some of those girls like don't listen to everything that's being told. So I specifically said, so after we do the first round and drop the ball in everyone's bucket, I can then just go to Danny's bucket or Gabby's because I knew they were the weakest ones and just drop balls in theirs. And they were like, no, you have to keep, doesn't matter which order, you don't have to go in the same order, but you have to keep dropping the buckets in the next round. Flo didn't listen to the rules, but they like, just like, okay, let's let Flo like win this one, I guess. I don't know, because the whole time I was like, that's fucking bullshit. And I was ready to like literally quit the game because if the rules aren't fucking
Play,
the
why are
same
we
for
playing?
everyone.
yeah, like they have to be the same. I would have just kept bombing Danny, like how I did, or Gabby, whichever one I blew the fuck out of the water, or blew her out of the air. I would have just kept doing that to them, like if I knew that. But no, I played the game right, and I went around every time.
Now, when Flo was doing that, and the girls obviously let Flo, they felt they were in an alliance. Now, did you know that Flo was going to do that? Or do you just know Flo and like, oh, y'all
I'm
really
gonna tell you right
buying
now,
this?
Flo is so, like what everybody was saying, she's very wishy-washy. I really didn't know what was gonna happen, but like I always say to myself, like if we lose as a team, I'm gonna be mad because it's bullshit, like however the team thing works. But if I lose as an individual, because I'm just a real athlete at heart, then I just take that L and I like, you, Natalie, you should have done better and won.
Right.
Like, so like I had 19. Truthfully, I had the most. Like I did it the way it was supposed to be done. But I was like, fuck it. If they're gonna let Flo win that, like I lost, and I'm just gonna take the L like a real champ does and just keep it pushing. So if Flo was gonna put me up, I wouldn't have been mad. I like to play every man for themselves,
Which is what the rule change was.
and I love that. Because if I lose, and I'm okay with losing
By
myself. Like I lost, not these girls through the challenge, and I won't even be able to sleep at night if that's like how it would be. Now that it's every man for themselves, if I lose on next week's or the week after, I'm gonna walk out like I lost.
Right.
Like a real champ does. You didn't win, you lost, now kick rocks. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm not going out like a sucker.
There you go.
Bitches are gonna be getting bombed.
And they got F-bombed. So we got Flo. Flo wins. She puts 2 people up for the alliance, which you could not stop laughing. How shocked were you, Stephanie, when you saw that?
Well, I don't know. I said, why not the twins? It's like perfect
I said the
opportunity to put
twins.
too. And so that's the same thing Natalie
I said the twins to Flo.
like,
They
You
didn't
wanted
show
both
it.
the twins.
I
to
just
win.
put the twins up
because then one of them would have to go home.
One of them goes home, the other one can't even think without her sister. Like literally, they don't show it like how it really was. Like I know they're like me, Gabby or Danny, whatever, and Julie. No. Like literally, if one twin left, the other one would have fucking self-destruct. It would have been like losing 2 people.
So you're saying that Danny or Gabby wouldn't wouldn't have been able to even stay, even if Julie had
They
stayed.
would have stayed, but
No, but
they would have
meaning,
been
like-
out of the game. Like they were like, my sisters.
They would have been out of the game, and they wouldn't be the threat to win because they're convinced that together they can win.
And we don't know what. This is the thing. Everybody was like, but they're weak. They're weak. Why? Well, let's keep the weakest ones now. Listen. It was a mental and physical game.
Right.
What's gonna what people think they've seen? Like you have no idea what's coming next. Like literally, like it's meant. Like this week was physical, where we were bombing each other with F-bombs. Tomorrow could be like some other shit. I didn't trust production on the way things were. You know, like how the
Like
game
they could
was.
be looking at the girls and saying, well, maybe the twins could win
Next
this
week
one.
it could be how getting in, like going through a maze and being as small as they are.
Right.
I didn't fucking know. Like just get the twins up there. Like get rid of them because if one of them leaves, the other one's mentally gone. Julie wasn't shit. So to me, she was not even really a threat either. Everybody kept saying, but she's stronger than the twin. No, because tomorrow could be who's the smallest girl. We could stand on a scale.
Okay.
You know?
So you guys go out to the club. Everyone's sucking up to Flo. Then we go.
Except me.
We talk about Flo's crying. She says she needs to win this for her daughter, and she asks all you guys, what do you want to do with the money? That's what's going to make her decision. I think that was kind of bullshit because I don't think she picked based off.
No,
She
I don't
didn't.
even know
She
why
just wanted
she
everyone to
asked.
say that.
So let's go through what some of the people said. The twins said we want to get out of our parents' house, which is something that they've always said in just period in general. Judy said, and I feel like Judy really tried to come up with something off the dot.
Because you know her ass did not go to college.
My close friends know that I have a secret family I take care
Well, that was
of.
Julie. That was
No,
Julie.
that was
Oh,
Jen.
that's Julie. Yeah, isn't that
No,
what you said? You were talking about Judy.
Judy
Got
said
it.
she needed to pay a debt
For college.
That's I believe that.
Okay.
For sure.
don't
She's
know.
got bills, credit card bills, maybe not college.
She has alcohol bills that she
Yeah.
needs to pay off.
Yeah, credit card drinking bills. Okay.
Julie said her friends know that she has to help another family.
Something maybe.
Then Jen says she wants to help her brother get out of
Foster
the
care.
system. Natalie, you said, I mean,
Yeah,
I've been
headache.
doing this shit for 5 years.
And these girls
I
are
have
a
such a
headache.
headache. I'm over bad girls.
I really said I
wanna
needed a
start my
vacation. That's a
family.
lie. I said that, but I also said it's a headache. I need to get away from all this bad girl stuff and take a vacation. They edited that part out.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have made sense when Flo went up there and said, like,
Yeah.
I'm going with the one who said
Right.
she wants vacation.
So Flo picks Julie and Gabby. Gabby confronts Flo, and that
I
was...
liked what Flo kind of told her. Like, I mean, honestly, at this point, these girls have been doing little shit. Like, they've literally been stepping up to me and Flo, like, here and there. And I'm not one to step up to somebody and be, like, motherly. Like, Flo's like, I'm going to smack the shit out of you like a child or whatever she said. I'm not going to say that.
Right.
But I was really, like, at this point, like, do you bitches not fucking get what me and Flo and even Annie and Amber and Girls From My Season, what we've done for this whole Bad Girls? We've opened up doors for you guys to do a lot of shit. Like low key, I'm just gonna give a couple things like out there, like real talk. Like, for instance, Judy. She tweeted something last night. I'm inside of Show magazine. Bitch, you're only inside of that magazine because I was on the cover of that magazine and it did so fucking well. Like, I have done stuff for these girls to literally, for these, like, magazine editors and these people to say, all right, we've used Natalie, let's try another
Yeah.
bad
Well,
girl.
and you know what's funny is
But they don't get that.
When we had Amber on, I went and did some research, and I totally forgot. I remember when Bad Girls was out back then, but I totally forgot. They were on like the Tyra Banks show, the Ambers.
Dude, we were
that's
on the Tyra
pretty-
Banks show
yeah,
too.
I remember
Season
that,
4.
yeah, for
Big.
sure.
We were on Tyra. I've literally, and I'm not saying Natalie did it all.
No, yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I've actually been able to conduct myself in other situations outside of Bad Girls Club for the producers of other shows or for magazine editors to think, oh, maybe we could work with some of these other girls too. Oh, let's give Judy a shot. Let's give Camila a shot. Let's see what Megan can do. Let's see what Stassi can do in these. I've literally, not gonna say I've paved the way, but I've done so much fucking shit for that, because nobody wants to work with bad girls.
Right.
Like, that's
Yeah.
what people fail to forget. Yeah, she could be your fan favorite from season New Orleans or Vegas or whatever.
Was there ever any talk about you being the host for the reunion?
Listen, I'm like, not really, not the host of the reunion, but there's been talks
So
of me
did you
doing.
ever feel ways that they had chosen Tanisha over you?
No,
for
not at
anything?
all.
No?
Like, there has been talks of like I've like literally pitched a lot of shows to Oxygen, and it's not that I didn't get my show. When the business deal isn't looking the right way, then I
turn the other way.
I turn the other way.
All right, so let's just finish this, and then I have one final question for you. Elimination. Julie goes home. She says, "I hope you host choke on a dick."
Blazing!
Oh yeah. She said,
wait a
"Made
minute,
bitch guns."
and they edited this part out. Wait, what does Judy say? Say it again, Jesse. I hope you guys what?
Choke on a dick.
And I said, I've choked on plenty. But they edited that out too.
And even Gabby gave you a shout out. She said, it's twinning, bitch. Don't respect Natalie, but I hope Natalie takes the $100,000 from you, Flo.
I know.
Natalie said,
So
that
it's
like,
like a
what?
back-
What did I do? She's
I'm
just
always like,
sitting
why
there.
me? Like, bitch, I
backhanded
didn't
compliment.
put you up there, but it's still Natalie. Like,
Yeah.
it's still me. Like, I didn't tell Flo to fucking put her up there. Like, I really just said, I actually told Flo to put both the twins up there. I didn't even say Julie. I was like, put the fucking twins up there. Like, done. Like, one
Was
goes
it anything
home.
against the twins specifically?
No,
or
it
it
was
just like they're twins, they're going to
It's
help each other?
strategy.
Yes, it's put the bitches up there because if one goes home, the other one can't function. We lost two. We lost two girls. It's that simple. Julie is like, that bitch just all day long. She couldn't even, like, her nerves were always so bad. She needed a cigarette every 5 seconds. If it was a running competition, she wasn't going to be able to run. If it was, she just.
All right, so coming up next, we get this Judy challenge, which is the throwing the food in the bed thing. Judy versus Flo and you, Flo versus Danny, and then Flo versus Jen. So it seems like things are about to spice up a little bit.
Yeah, they're really a lot of drama.
A lot of drama.
Like a lot of drama.
And it looks like the competitions are getting a little
Harder.
more physical.
They're physical. There's mental ones coming up. There's and it's every man for themselves. So like if you fuck up, you fucked up. Like in the challenges, and they're like harder. Like I mean I don't really want to like tease it too much or give it away, but there's like instead of like the one little challenge, like the one little F-bomb, like they're like, it's like you're doing like an hour worth of a fucking workout right now. And if you can't keep up, bitch, you're going home. Like that shit. Like if you can't do this mental thing right now, bitch, you're going home. Like the shit starts getting like on edge, like, and like I like the pressure. I'm like the girl that like, okay, let's throw it at me, but like I like don't really like it like to the extent where like everybody's like all the cameras there and all the people there, like our set was full. Ray J had his homies there, and some of his homies like our homies, and I'm just like, wait, I'm like, it's just like so much pressure, and then all of production was there. It's the new show for Oxygen. All of Oxygen people are there, like everybody's watching. So, and plus now everyone in America's watching.
Right.
But at the time, like, it's so much pressure because you just want to like do good.
Now, okay, but we have to start wrapping up, but let us know. I mean, I know you're doing a Playboy radio show. You have a lot going on. What's going on? And also there's some
and this is something
rumors.
that I'm opening up doors for these girls. This is what I'm talking about.
There's also rumors, because you even said on the show tonight that you wanted to start a family. Is there going to be a baby
yet.
nun?
No, not yet.
Baby
no, not
nun.
yet.
All right, so what else do you have got going on?
Playboy Radio.
Where can we hear that?
Every Tuesday. Just on
Tuesday?
playboyradio.com.
Okay.
5 to 7. The book is out.
The book is
The book is out, and Bad Girl All-Star Battle. I really want everyone to watch the show. I want them to support the show because hopefully, like, if the numbers stay up and everyone supports it, like, we can have another season of it.
Which you said you were excited about because you kind of wished. What girls would you wish that were in there?
Yeah, like I wish, like, cause I went in there kind of
get
blinded.
excited if
I would want to
you
see
hear that.
Camila. Like I was in talks with Camila. She said she would do season 2. Leah from season 5 said she would do a season 2.
Okay.
If I was there, these girls are like, we can really
Only
team
with
up.
you. Yeah.
They'll do it if I do it, and I'm a fucking competitor. I'm like, let's go. Let's get Tanisha in there, right?
Yeah,
I would love to
that's
see
what he
Tanisha
said.
running up a hill, and I think this shit would be fucking hilarious. I love Tanisha, low-key. Like, I would have rather seen her in there doing that shit because it would have been funny, and it would have been, like, really her, like, being pushed.
Right.
Because this shit's hard.
Well,
It would've been
Natalie, thank
funny.
you so much for coming in with us and joining us.
Anytime you guys want me here, AfterBuzz, I'm in here with you guys.
Oh, thanks, girl.
Awesome. We want to give a
Buzzin'.
shout out to you guys at home. Steve, can we get the twerk music back up? We want to shout out to you guys at home. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every single week. We appreciate it. Check out Natalie's book online. Make sure you hit us up on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can tweet me at DJ Jesse J.
Steph Bauer TV.
Natalie, where can they find you?
Oh, Miss Natalie Nunn on Twitter.
Till next week, same time. And we have Erica calling in next week, so check us out. Peace.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.